Hello, I'm Jacob, and today I'm going to be talking about the death penalty and why we should keep it. First, I'm going to tell you a story. Second, I'm going to talk about different ways you can get the death penalty. And third, I'm going to tell you why we should keep it. First, the story. There's a man by the name of Ted Bundy. He was a college-aged man, very well-educated, good-looking, average, normal-looking guy. He killed dozens of college-aged women that looked like his ex-girlfriend. That was the reason why he'd do it, because for reasons unknown why they broke up. What he would do, he would try to gain sympathy from him. He'd walk up to him with pretending like he had a broken arm, with it in a sling, and he'd get him to help carry his books to his car. And when they got there, he would beat him over the head constantly with a baseball bat. After he's done doing that, he'd take him away and perform weird rituals, crazy stuff. That's one example of people that are more than deserving of the death penalty. Other examples, more obvious ones, like the Connecticut Sandy Creek school mine that I played against. Sandy Hook is where the shooting was. Terrible things that happened. The Boston Marathon bombing. Stuff that I don't know why people would even get in their head and be okay to do. It's just something's wrong with them. Those are people that, honestly, I believe, lost their privilege of life. So they can take many other people's away. I don't think they deserve it. But secondly, the way you can get the death penalty. Most of them are examples before, like mass murderers, people like that have killed tons and tons of people. Usually some weird, crazy ways they do it, like the example of hitting them over the head with a bat. Other ways you can get it, if you can be accused of performing treason or even selling narcotic illegal drugs, many of them. You can get the death penalty for stuff like that. It's very rare, doesn't happen very often. The people on death row are usually on it for 15, 16 plus years. They're there forever until finally one day. Now, the reason why I think we should keep it is for the reason they took other people's lives, many of them, most of the time. And like the Bible says, an eye for an eye. They, honestly, I believe, lost their privilege of life. They are not deserving if they think they can take others away. Another thing I think they should do is go back to the electric chair. It might seem pretty intense and inhumane, but most of the stuff they did to these people were inhumane. And if you go back to the electric chair, that isn't quick. It's probably painful, unlike the shots that are short and are virtually painless. If they go to the electric chair, I think it would create more of a scare. It would make more people afraid of getting the death penalty. So maybe it would change their mind. Probably not. I don't know, but honestly, down to it, the lethal injections are pretty expensive in between, and a quick shot of electricity, or even, honestly, one bullet to the head, I'm sorry, pretty straightforward and blunt. I would do a lot quicker and be a whole lot cheaper than using those lethal injections. Honestly, my opinion, another type of person that is more deserving of it are child molesters, rapists, people like that. That's just sick beyond all measure. Even people in prison believe that's wrong. They don't like them at all. Maybe not even giving them the death penalty and just putting them in general population, they'll get what they deserve coming to them pretty quick. Because it's crazy to see even criminals have standards, and that's crossing it. Well, that's all I have for today. I told you a story about it. I told you different ways to get it. I told you why we should keep it and different things we should add on.